this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold, forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. Fada, fada. lost my sight. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stood still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking, you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm done with yesterday.
All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Crank this up just a hair. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Not too much. Damn it, too much. Okay. Saturday. Raise your hand if you if you weren't invited out. Right here. So yeah, I want to do a movie. This is a movie. Oh god, that was rough. Mystery Science Theater did this one as well. I mean, what old movie didn't they do? They did how many seasons did they go? 10 seasons. Fair amount of episodes per season. They did some foreign films. They've done a lot of public domain stuff. I'm gonna try not to bite any of their jokes. Some scenes, it's just it just depends. There's just common observations that everybody makes. Parallel thinking is a thing. So what we're going to watch tonight is The Screaming Skull. Supposedly it was remade. Screaming Skull remake. Said it was production. It said it was redone as another movie with who was it? Oh my god. Plot, production. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It said it. I don't know if it was on the wiki. References. Remade as what? Halloween Kills? No, that's not it. Screaming Skull TV movie? Is this the same story? Weird Dr. Ollie. No, but it inspired another movie, and it was a lot like this. It was more like this one. More like this. Maybe this one will have it. That's another funny one too. Did you know? Paid $1,000 each plus a share of the profits to be paid out later. Oh, they got him with that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It said it somewhere. Maybe it was all bullcrap. References. List of ghost films? No, I don't need a list of ghost films. Bibliography? No. I don't know. It was another indie movie. Oh man, this is gonna drive me crazy now. I can't let it rest. Screaming Skull remake? No. Inspired Fear Street? No. This sucks. Screaming Skull. Maybe it has it. Okay, Antichrist. That's the movie supposedly that it was inspired, like inspired it, or it inspired Antichrist. Willem Dafoe. That's right. I seriously thought that was like a giant mole. What are those, like coffee beans? What are we looking at? This That's such a weird. Yeah, this was the one. Trouble, but nature takes its course and go. And see, that's not a storyline. That that tells you nothing. Like that's it. That's no. Come on, man. Is that real? Come on. Can you just add trivia to this and then nobody's gonna fact check it? Like that is bizarre. I mean, is that a thing? Sound engineers. Swallowing microphone. Eating the mic. Buck's interior swallowed a microphone and made he ate. What? When did the sound of people eating on TV get so loud? So, somebody's got misophonia that just drives them insane. I mean, I'm just glad they came out with that law where commercials have to be a certain, because like in recording, I'm by no means an audio technician. I mean, I know the basics, but you have compressors. So like, if I were to get really loud or scream, I have a compressor for my mic that will keep everything at roughly, close, like a decibelic level. Right now, I mean, I'm, if I get a little loud or closer to the mic, it will fluctuate, but not to the extent that it normally would. Like if it was actual, like if I could scream and you'll hear it, it squashes the sound to make it more in line with everything else. And it's the same thing with, just basic audio, but I don't, that's such a weird thing to say. Like they put microphones against my chest, recorded my breathing, my heartbeat, my swallowing. That's how they built the sound of, oh. But yeah, that's a weird. What did he swallow? A lavalier mic, a lapel mic, and it just goes down his throat, and he just like drinks a cup of water or something. They're like, all right, get some real on this one, and he fucking, and then all of a sudden you hear him go and like coughing it up. But yeah, like the government created a law where, and it used to be really bad. Like I think in the 90s it got to the point where people were just complaining so much because it's obnoxious, man. It might have been in the early 2000s. It's just fucking obnoxious. You're listening to something and then the ad is way up here and it's on purpose. It's so that when they go, come on down to Cummins Nissan and, trade in your old piece of shit and, we'll get you in for $400 a month and, blah, 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 blah. It's like they really want to just break through your, your happiness and your bliss to remind you that this is a capitalist society and they need to just shill their wares. Um, but yeah, like it's just funny that somebody somebody just completely like it was almost like a Seinfeld bit. What's the deal with people eating on TV? Why is it so loud? All right, so let's get into it. So somebody claims, but did not succeed. At the same time, we tried to make a musical, and the result was Dancer in the Dark. So Lars, maybe suffering from does he have anything good? Nominated for 1 Oscar, another 105 wins. So is he more into like based on true life type stuff or like drama? Dogville. I don't know what Dogville is. Cole Kidman. And how like credible are these film festivals? Like Toronto, Sundance, and Cannes I know about, but I've never heard of Telluride. And the New York Film Festival, I don't know. Is that are those legit? Like, because I know it used to be you could brag about being on South by Southwest, and then finally they were just letting everybody in too. Fucking, oh man. But anyway, all right. So the movie's The Screaming Skull. Yes, it's in black and white. It just pretend it's in color. Just pretend everybody's wearing gray. I mean, everybody in the movie's white anyway. So, you know, just everybody pretend you don't have cones in your eyes. You just have the rods. All you can see is grayscale. But yeah, let's get into it. It's 1958. I don't know if we really need to specify that. I mean, maybe the fact that, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, let me grab a quick drink. Everybody get a snack, get a drink, be ready to go. We're gonna give it about a minute and then we'll start. All right. Yeah, we're good. I love how the first recommended video is like, hey, you like the Screaming Skull? You might like watching Mystery Science Theater watch the Screaming Skull. And you probably would. It's a really good episode because this is a really an unintentionally hilarious movie. So with that, let's go. Wow, the most generic theme ever. Wow. This is the director's career? Oof.
The Screaming Skull is a motion picture that reaches its climax in shocking horror. Its impact is so terrifying that it may have an unforeseen effect. It
You may walk
kill
out of the
you.
theater.
Therefore, its producers feel they must assure free burial services to anyone who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull.
I mean, could I just claim that I died just to get that nice coffin? Holy shit. Those silk linens. Was this the camera test? Oh, good old-fashioned frog boil. Oh, ugh. Can you imagine the taste of that, of that stock now? Just boiled somebody's head. You know, the music editor was getting his paycheck. Jesus Christ. Feels like the conductor is conducting with his feet. And also drunk. And also not even inside the booth. This looks like To Catch a Predator footage. Like, we've got a hidden camera in a palm tree. Here comes our next guest. 53-year-old. Yes, come, honey. Okay, bye.
Welcome, Mrs. Whitlock.
Lovely, Eric.
You look disappointed for a moment.
I did not. It's really lovely. Oh, look.
I did not, Eric. I said it was lovely. Like they're already snipping at each other. That'll be dinner later, honey.
I bet that's the den there.
That's right.
Is that a bedroom?
Yes, it is.
Gonna be ours?
No, that's the
Need some
bathroom.
Fixing first.
Or is her room, wasn't it?
Yes. Come on along. I'll show you the rest of the house.
I guess they live in Utah. She's joining the coop. So She's easily startled by just blank windows.
It's rather forbidding now, I suppose. Empty like this. But it was usually this way. Shortly after Marion and I were married...
It was usually
we moved all
just,
the furniture
you know,
to
Spartan and empty and
This is our
ominous.
house, she used to say.
Almost as if somebody died here.
Everything carefully.
Welcome home, honey.
Very far before she died. But now that you're here, it's going to be lovely again.
Because you got to get to work cleaning, bitch.
Things out of storage tomorrow. We're all town at the warehouse. And I'll take care of that too.
I'll get you some pliers, honey.
Sure.
It'll be twice as romantic.
As what?
Being romantic.
He just throws her out. That's right, honey. I feel it's very romantic for us to not spend any time in the house together.
I love you.
Jenny. I thought life had died out for me.
And now I'm sure it did. And action.
What's that up there?
Why is he guiding her like she's blind?
Who's Mickey?
The gardener. He's kept it
You
up
know,
2
by
years I've been
the
away.
gardening things that I told you about.
Self?
That's right.
Must work awfully hard.
Oh, he and Marion would spend hours on end working here in the gardens. And up in the greenhouse back there.
Yeah, by the way, he's the gardener, honey.
He loved her very much. Sometimes I used to wonder who she was, my wife or Mickey's nursemaid. You know, I don't think he quite believes she's gone. I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings and scold her for neglecting the gardens.
Yeah, he's a gardener, you know.
Still love her, don't you?
Don't you ever say that again.
No, I'm not jealous. I'm grateful to her. I think to have loved once, really loved, to learn how to love always. Learning it from her, you give again to me. I wish there was some way to thank her.
He like dissociated and was just sniffing her
I
hair.
don't know. They're driving around the back. Come on, along.
I'll show you. No, I was gonna do it again. Let's go meet Mickey the gardener.
Please stop by to meet your new wife.
Oh, Eric, this is a wonderful surprise.
It's been a long time.
It has.
Reverend, good to see you, Eric. Jenny, this is Mrs. Snow.
I'm very happy to meet you.
Jenny, this is a lovely surprise.
And the Reverend Mr. Snow. Hello, my dear.
Oh, she's sweet, Eric.
I know.
I happened to be going into town. I ran into Mr. Mauer. He told me you were getting back today.
And we thought we'd just drop by and bring you something for your dinner.
Oh, nice.
We'll
Oh,
tell
it's
you all
actually
about
real
the
food
shopping
because they don't have
trying to
craft
get settled.
services. They
Why
got
don't you think
$1,000 per day.
Oh, no, not
Oh,
tonight.
no, we wouldn't think of that.
Oh, now, please say
I'd
yes.
like for you to.
It would be like old times.
All right, on the condition that I do the cooking.
You don't have to.
You know, I know that, but I'd love to.
Well, there's Mickey.
The gardener.
Honey. Mickey!
Stupid.
Ah, poor Mickey.
Mickey, I'll need you to garden us up some dinner.
This place is like a
Get to it.
shrine.
Eric told me how he loved Marion.
Mickey's father was a gardener here when Marion's mother was alive. Mickey and Marion grew up together here.
So you got some
Jenny?
work to do.
This is Mickey.
How do you do, Mickey? I hope we'll be good friends.
Well, Mickey?
Would you even really want to shake his hand? It just seemed like
Well,
they'd
shall
be
we all go
sweaty,
inside?
Good idea. Mickey, remember
covered
you
in
promised
like
me some of those
chlorophyll.
rose cuttings.
from
I
all the
say
different
you gotta
plants he just hugs to death.
I have
Like,
to get you
what's his
down to the
name
flower
from
shop
Of
one day
Mice and
very
Men?
soon. Excuse us, Mickey.
How many flowers has he killed? Just because he loved them too much. And And we're clean. Oh, man. I hate to say it, but he looks like a homeless guy that just wandered on set. He's just cleaning himself in the pond. They're like, we can use him as a character, and we don't have to pay him anything.
Now, please, be careful. Oh, Edward, now, don't break your neck.
You're doing great, Reverend. Don't worry.
Good heavens. Honestly, the two of them are just like children.
Well, that doesn't look too bad, Eric.
Jenny,
Yeah.
I hope you have more
Kids
luck
love
with
hanging
your husband's
curtains.
mind than I've had with mine.
You know,
On 20-foot ladders. Jesus, well, how big are these
Very
windows?
well, Tyson. For penance, you can come and help me with dinner. Now, come on. Edward, you keep Jenny company?
yes, dear.
Somebody smacks somebody off set. Mickey, who let you in the house?
No, Larry, no. Send them away.
No. Oh, she's so very nice, Eric.
Well, he hasn't had a chance to soil the painting
No,
yet,
like
so...
Marion, I think that's for the best. You know, so many men, when they lose a wife, they try so hard to deny the loss they marry someone exactly like the first wife. It hardly seems fair using the...
Why does it look
living
like he's
back
looking
together.
at her from like 25 feet
Oh, I
away?
suppose it doesn't.
We make a prison for ourselves out of the past, at least our sentimental, wished-for pasts.
Mrs. Snow,
Yes, dear.
there's something I must tell you and the Reverend.
Well, of course, Eric. What is it?
You see, Jenny has not had a very happy past.
Oh?
And talking about it or about something that might strongly remind her of it, she's very impressionable.
Is there something wrong, Eric?
No, not really. You see, she lost her parents many years ago in a very tragic way. And talking about unhappy pasts only, she's very impressionable. See, I want her to be happy, Mrs. Snow.
Of course you do, and so do
With
we
her
all.
tragic past, I just want her to
Now,
forget it.
How did she lose them? Well, look, I'm not prying, dear. It's just that Mr. Snow and I can help better.
It's a hula hoop accident.
They drowned
Oh,
in an accident. Jenny saw it all.
'cause she held them under the water.
Who's Mr. Mauer?
Mr. Mauer? Why, he's a lawyer in town.
I thought no one knew we were coming. You said... you
Jenny
were
used to
Mr.
off
Mauer?
people for the
Well,
mafia.
He takes care of the estate, or what's left of it.
Oh, that's right. Eric has to see him tomorrow.
Well, Eric's
She was able to get out of the family, but, you know.
Mauer. You see, Marion's death was so sudden that, well, all that was left to Eric was the house and these grounds. Mr. Mauer told me that Eric had found someone very sweet and very kind, and with whom he was very much in love. He didn't say enough.
Yeah. I wonder if you found someone like that.
How did Marion die?
Didn't Eric tell you?
I think the subject's rather painful to him. I'd like to make him talk about it.
Poison jelly beans.
Would you mind telling me? I'd like to know.
It was a rainy day. She and Mickey had been working up there in the greenhouse.
He's the gardener, you know.
Go back to the house for a few minutes. The way we pieced it together after the accident is that while she was coming down this path,
There's banana peels everywhere.
it began to rain very hard. She must have run along here. We don't know, of course, what happened then. Perhaps she slipped on a leaf. Base of the
Stabbed
skull
herself
smashed.
with an icicle 27 times. In the back.
It was thought that she hit her head on the edge of the cement wall where we're sitting. And she fell in there. She died in the water. That's where Eric found her 10 minutes later.
Marion, you said, Mickey, wait here. I'm going down to the house for just a minute. Wait here, Mickey, you said, and then you went away in the rain, and you didn't come back to play. Marion, what?
What are you doing?
What did I
Stop playing with your stool cups.
No, we'll do better than that. We'll come to church on Sunday as well.
Oh, getting Eric to church is like moving a mountain.
He'll come.
Come along, my dear.
I feel like she's about to smack her with that gloved hand.
Eric, thank you very much for bringing Jenny into our lives.
Thank you for the dinner.
It's a pleasure. Good night. Good night.
Just so she wouldn't leave a mark, you know.
Edward, did you know that Jenny's very wealthy?
Oh, yes, Mr. Ma told me in town today.
Well, she's not at all like Marion. You know, she's so gentle and timid, as if she were afraid of something.
Is she reading her script out in the sky? What the?
I knew you'd like my friends, dear. What's this? Huh?
Just happy, that's
Come,
all. So happy.
come on.
Dinner was coming back to. Oh, salad. Perfect midnight snack. A lily pad. House hides behind the bushes and watches Mickey.
Oh, the cots.
Fine.
She really had to sell that fine, didn't she? That sounded genuine.
Something Mrs. Snow sent over.
Giant house, no furniture, sleeping on a couple cots. No, this is fine, Eric. This is just what I wanted. I'd much rather be back at the fucking mental asylum.
It's all about a man who waited all of his life for something great, wonderful to happen to him. He had only one good friend. It's a woman whom he confided.
Wow.
And she died. At her grave, he suddenly realized that she was the great and wonderful thing that he'd waited for all of his life. It was too late then. His memories, like a beast in the jungle, rise up out of the past,
Okay.
overwhelm him.
Sounds like a better script for a movie than this.
He doesn't know what he missed.
It's that 1950s passion for you. And Jesus, it's graphic sexual imagery. Well, it's just Mickey doing the bathroom renovations at 2 in the morning.
Eric?
Do you see Eric? What are you asking the cot? It's communicating in slams. Fuck. Go into the light, Marion. It's like the fire spread to the floor and the curtains and everything. Why is it looking? It looks like the whole room's on fire. Another empty room. Eric made the right choice, man. He got the fuck out of this movie when he could.
I heard someone moving about.
I was attacked by a music sting.
Lily pad?
Mickey's bringing us gifts. Was he gonna sun dry the lily pad? Why did he leave it on the windowsill? Just throw it down. What the?
I can't help it, Eric. That bad feeling's come back.
I forbid you to talk about it.
She looked like that, Eric. My mother looked like that.
Jenny.
I can't help it, Eric.
Darling, you're just talking yourself into those same old fears.
I've got to talk about it, Eric. I have to talk about
I
it.
forbid you to talk about it now.
The most healthy thing you can do. Repress it. Damn it.
Just that we
I don't wanna
won't be
deal with your
happy and
shit.
alive again. I don't want to be sick anymore.
Honey, look. Now, you mustn't go on thinking like this. Besides, how could a very poorly done self-portrait upset you so much?
Why was that last bit recorded from like down the hallway? What the?
I know it's only my own fear. It's my own guilt that I can't get away from. Eric, I'm sorry.
Anybody else see that skull?
Oh, I want you to listen to me. And I want you to believe me. Now, you were sick once, yes, but you were cured. Mickey caused this. You may as well know. He does look for Marion night after night down by that pond. And he probably comes here afterwards.
Give her
I'm gonna
offerings
speak
of
to
lily
Mickey
pads.
in the morning. Now, don't you see? How simply it's all explained away?
But if I also heard a scream, Eric, before when I went to the hospital, I was hearing things.
Well, that was Mickey,
I'm hearing
dear.
them again.
What did you hear?
Mickey emits high-pitched screams late at night,
High,
randomly.
strange scream.
High, strange scream. Like a peacock's cry?
What's that sound like?
Come here. Sound like that? You see? It's all very, very real.
Such a fool.
You feeling better now?
Yes.
Good. Now you can sleep outside with the peacocks. We now return to Mickey's adventures. You're the only one out here making noise. It always looks like the house is lying in wait to pounce on some prey. It's just these really weird shots of the house hiding behind bushes.
Now, he's a child. Must be disciplined.
I'd like him to feel I'm his friend.
Why don't you do some gardening with him while I'm in town? If he sees you're interested, you win him over quickly enough.
It should also rain today, honey. Hope that's not a problem.
He'd list staples mostly.
Are you sure you don't want to come in with me?
You get more done without him.
Got to see about the lights, the phone, the bank, and the warehouse people about that furniture. You know, that cop's just about broken my back.
Don't forget to see Mr. Mauer.
I have to see him this evening. It's a bore, but I'll have to see him.
Will you be home in time for dinner? I'll wait for you.
Now, if I'm not, don't you worry, darling. Getting out of Mara's clutches sometimes requires an act of God. I love you.
And action. It's just the actors. So Mickey does all his gardening barehanded? Wow. Oh no, he's got a tool.
Hello, Mickey.
You doing some gardening?
Oh, look out. You almost cut him. It's a handsome one, isn't he? So cuddly and warm.
What?
Little girl used to want to be a caterpillar.
That did not look cuddly and warm. It just looked warm.
So it's a very little girl. Here you go.
So she put him right back where Mickey was gonna cut anyway.
Mary must have loved her garden.
He probably just comes out and tells her, like,
We'll keep them lovely for
can
her
you
always.
stay away?
You know what I'd like to do, Mickey? I'd like to pick some of the nicest flowers and take them to her. Would you like that?
Can we find the gardener?
Yes.
Eric told me she was near here. Would you show me where?
You're standing on her. That's how they buried her? Inside an obelisk? Like that's her actual head just poking out. Is she still fiddling around with those flowers?
That all right, Mickey? I'm sure it was a great loss to all of you, Mickey.
It looks like every time they cut from him, he's about to say something.
She cries
Cries?
in the night.
Dead people don't cry, Mickey.
I heard her.
Heard her? Mickey?
I know, I'd run off if I gave that kind of a performance too. Yes, you're inferior in every way, okay? Oh, time for an adventure to Narnia. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. Wonder how this would smash Eric's head. Yeah, you gotta bundle up on that, you know, brisk 77-degree day. All the fucking martinis and everything else coursing through your veins. Really thins out that blood. God. No, I could beat myself over the head with this book. That'll make some time pass. What? How many layers is she wearing? Lord. She keeps dreaming of
I don't
peacocks.
think he quite expects she's gone.
She cries. She cries in the night.
I think he expects her to show up one of these mornings. She died in the water. The base of her skull was smashed.
Why didn't they use these takes?
She didn't want to die.
She died in the water.
Damn peacocks are up to something. See? See? This is why your clothing does not need to be overly complicated. She just keeps on putting layers as she goes into different rooms. This is what happens when you don't brush your teeth. What? Was she in a bare knuckle fist fight? What happened when she punched the skull? All right, round 2, Marion. Or what is your name? Jenny? Yeah, replacement. Here's your next challenge. Can you yell cut already? Do I really need to go to the bathroom or not? Yes, the house is still there. The raging fire in the living room is still there. Bonfire in the middle of the floor. If it's a fucking grandfather clock, oh my god. Just grab your gun from the nightstand, because we know you have one. Ugh, this director, man. Tension and boredom are not the same thing. And it bounces right back into the window. Now she has to go and put 3 more layers on to go back to bed. Oh god. Skull's drunk apparently. Now she feels bad. Skull, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. The violin section slowly approaches the house. They use long, soft notes to hide their numbers. That's right, you're being surrounded by establishing shots. How do you feel? Give us confused and go. No, she looks like she's kind of just mildly annoyed. It was the light switches all along. Sorry, if you show those knuckles to the cops, they're gonna know you abused that skull. She just yells out, "Nobody's home!" I feel like they did the lighting like that on purpose. Oh, for fuck's sake, these Jehovah's Witnesses, man. You gotta fill their monthly quota too?
Eric?
Just need to talk, baby. Don't be scared. They cuddled in each other's arms.
Jenny. Jenny? Jenny? Honey? Honey? It's all right, darling. It's all right. I'm right here. I'm right here. Just lie back. That's right.
What did you do to my skull?
It's all right.
Eric. And you found me. What else was there?
What do you mean, what else?
A skull?
Jenny,
I knew there was no skull.
of course not.
Mickey says Marion cries at night.
Why, that childish, stupid...
Don't blame him. We both hear the peacocks. He out of his love for Marion.
It's wise
wishes
to let
cry
someone
be
childish
from her.
do gardening and handle
I out of
sharp
my
objects
sickness.
every day.
Darling, we've been all through that nonsense last night.
Don't you see? I've never imagined seeing these things before. To just stand there and see it. Have it turn out to be nothing. Eric,
I shouldn't have those mushrooms
I
anymore.
want you to call Dr. Ann tomorrow in New York.
She needs that good shit.
I want you to take me back.
No, Jenny. Now, it may sound selfish, but don't you see, having you to love, I'm happy too.
Doctor,
I don't
what's his
wanna
name
lose
is
that.
my man.
Now, in the morning, Mr. Snow will be here, and we'll tell him. He's very comforting. And I think he'll agree with me.
About what?
I think it's Mickey. You see, he hated me from the first. Marion was his friend, and when I married her, he thought I was taking her away from him. And now that she's dead, taken away from him forever, I suppose in that childish mind of his, I'm responsible for that.
Just because I stabbed her, you know?
And now because
He watched
you're my
me do
wife,
it.
and in Marion's house,
He didn't
he hates you
understand.
too.
We were playing.
I don't think Mickey's responsible. He's not quick enough or clever enough.
And who?
Peacocks.
Myself.
Oh.
It's all in my own mind.
We do need somebody else, darling. We need somebody outside of the confusions of our love for each other.
Let's get Mickey.
Now, the Reverend Snow will be here in the morning.
Who's in there?
Okay.
Well, this much is real anyway.
Yeah,
Look here,
real
Jimmy.
wood.
You see, this is how you gouged your hand. You say you threw the skull down here where Eric is looking?
Yes.
This was going to be the baby's nursery.
Nothing yet.
Just found a skull. I didn't know if that
Surely,
would,
Jenny, would
that's
you
what we
really
needed.
mean that anything as fragile as a skull would have been smashed to bits down there. And Eric has found nothing. And to assume that the skull would move of its own, all the way from there to the driveway door. Now, Jenny, there's no reason for that.
Don't you see, I agree with you.
Good. So are we done here?
For a year in a sanitarium.
Oh, Eric told Mrs. Snow that you were very impressionable, but that's all. I know lots of people needing a rest go to sanitariums.
Yeah, they're basically spas.
You see, I grew up loving my father and hating my mother. Well, she never knew it. Something I kept to myself. She was very beautiful. Very gay, like her. Very much. And I knew she resented that I was not more like her. I used to lie awake at night and wish she were dead.
Oh, so you belong there.
Well, that isn't very unusual.
What?
I understand many children.
Jesus,
go
they were
through
real.
such a
They were real progressive in the
I'm no longer a
50s.
child.
Oh, you want to kill your parents? Oh, that's just normal teen angst.
And one day, I got my wish. They were both drowned. I can still hear her scream.
Jenny, why
was
won't
all
you
alone
let
on
us
the
go?
And all I could see was the overturned boat on the top of the waves. And I kept trying to reach them. And the waves kept throwing me back.
Maybe it was my 7-layer bikini.
I could hear her cries no more.
She wore a diving bell outfit. She.
And then hours later,
I couldn't
Then
get to him no
came the
matter
search
how
for
hard
the
I
body.
tried.
we never found. That's when this bad feeling started. This feeling that if I'd really wanted to, I could have saved them, but I didn't. That I really killed them.
No, Jenny. You tried. You tried your very best.
Did. But thinking, begging, praying couldn't make this feeling go away. That's when they took me to the hospital. They told me I was cured.
But yet I still keep wearing this top.
They told me I was cured.
We return to Days of Our Skull after this.
Mickey?
Want that skull, young man?
Mickey!
Mickey?
You go on. I'll be there in time for lunch.
Well, where do you think he's gone off to, Eric?
Who knows about Mickey? He might be hiding.
You looked at Marion's grave?
You know, your first wife. Mickey? And everybody just goes into their own movie. Excellent.
Mickey? Mickey! Mickey? Mickey? Mickey?
You can't hear that foot clopping.
Mickey!
I tried.
Eric, did you find him?
No. Where's Jenny?
She's with Mrs. Snow on the patio. Eric, I think I should tell you that Jenny has confided in me about the sanitarium.
Oh. Does your wife know? I told her Jenny was impressionable, but not that.
I haven't said a word to her.
Mr. Snow, you can do both Jenny and me a great favor by forgetting she ever told you that.
But, Eric, if it helps explain.
It explains nothing.
If I were you, Eric, I'd take her away. If she's so impressionable and that house frightens her so much, why subject her to it?
Look, I can't do a thing like that. Be the worst thing for her.
Even
Mr.
worse than
Snow
experiencing
would
a
be admitting she
manifested
was
skull
sick
every
again.
night.
I want her to be happy. We'll stay here.
We'll raise our
Perhaps
own
you know
family of
best, Eric.
skulls.
See, I've got a simple and old-fashioned piece of philosophy. The only cure for her fear is to teach her she's loved. I mean, really loved. And I love her so much.
God bless you for that,
Just
Eric.
take his breath.
She's a very
every time
fortunate
he
woman
has
having
this.
someone like you to care for her.
The 2 packs a day of Marlboro Unfiltered.
Be night soon.
Oh,
Imagine if
Jenny.
this was their portrait.
Sorry.
He's looking off into the
Darling, you've
distance,
got to
and
believe
she's just
It will not happen again.
cautiously looking
Ever.
over his shoulder at any skulls that might be,
Mickey?
wandering around.
Mickey!
Eric.
You need to replace that skull. Looks like he's trying to gallop like a horse.
Stop it.
All right. What are you going to do with that skull?
Stop it. It wasn't his
Where did you
fault.
get it?
Leave him alone.
I'll take care of this, Jenny. Now, I know you don't like me, Mickey. I know you're doing anything to get us to leave here. This idiotic attempt to scare us as if we were children. It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
No, not me, not me.
Get out of here. Get out of here. On.
I need the backyard edged and weeded, all right, Mickey? We're not paying you to wander around, touch the
I wish you'd
pond,
apologize
okay?
to him. You know as well as I do it's not his fault for throwing my own
I'll
life.
do some.
Jenny?
I'll do some makeup gardening with
I'm
you
going to do
later.
something. And you're going to help me do it.
What's that?
That portrait upstairs.
We need to really finish it.
Reminds you of your mother.
Yes.
You were fine until you saw it. Now it has you all preoccupied with memories of the past. We're going to burn it.
And we're going to replace it
Precious to you,
with
Eric.
a painting of a
picture means
capsized
nothing
boat.
to me.
Something that's near to you.
I want you to be happy. We can't be until this fear is out of our lives.
Starter fluid really brings out the lines in the painting there.
All right, Jenny.
I want you to carry the Olympic torch.
Go on, Jenny.
See? Now we're both committing arson together. As a couple.
Let's go back to the house.
Burned up a couple of Chinese noise makers.
It's only the peacocks.
No, that's the big band that's creeping up on you guys. The pond begins to sing its siren song.
Fire's almost out.
Yes. We can't let those ashes stand overnight. And the brush in these hills are a regular tinderbox. You want to help me?
Yeah, come on, rake it up. What are you doing? You're the one that burned it.
You feeling better?
It's as if I destroyed her with my own hands.
Dude, I feel wonderful.
She'll come back, Eric. She'll come back.
Darling, if you go on talking that way, you destroy the whole purpose. Now, the thing is out of the house, and it's over. You just give it half a chance. You'll begin to forget it.
And end credits.
you'll just spread those ashes out a little for me. And if you'll just
And now
spread
we're
those
back
ashes
to
out a little for me, I'll get the
1950s
water to it.
HGTV.
That's it.
Pour more gasoline on it? What the fuck are you doing, man? Skull's ready to hatch.
Darling?
The skull! It's the skull!
Darling, there's no skull there. There's no skull there, darling. There is no skull there, Jenny. Darling, there's no skull there. There's no skull.
And now he can fulfill his dream, becoming a comedy duo with a talking skull. Hey Marion, you're looking light today. Yeah, I lost a whole body. Like, it's just stupid bits like that. Mickey, I need you to plant the skull. He dips in, it comes out with it covered in lily pads like a cotton candy thing. Watch Mickey bring the stick back. That's funny, Mickey was just taking a nap.
When we get into town, I will call Mr. Maurer. He'll arrange a midnight plane.
Thought there'd be more time. Time for so many wonderful things.
It's gonna be all right.
Of course.
Give you a skull to remember me by.
It's just me.
Coming for your weekly collections. Guys haven't been to church.
Good evening, my dear. Mrs. Snow's hens thought you might like some fresh eggs for your breakfast in the morning.
Why don't you jump on down and come get them?
This is a surprise.
Those hens labored mightily, as you can see.
Fine, I'll take them.
You'll excuse me, dear. What is it, Eric?
I've got to take Jenny away. That hospital she was in before.
It happened again?
I thought it would help her if we got rid of that portrait. You know the one.
Yes.
Well, we burned it. She saw a skull in the ashes.
You were there?
I saw nothing, of course.
Of course.
And I thought it was Mickey. But when I was there myself and I saw her... Mr. Snow, there's something I've never told you. I've never told anybody. But when Jenny was put away in that hospital...
I thought he was going to do like
she tried to do away with herself.
airplane bit.
I'm terribly afraid.
You think she might try it again?
I know she will. Unless I
Tell you
get her back
something,
to that
Mr. Snow,
hospital.
that I've never told anyone.
When are you going?
In the future,
Tonight.
Snakes on a Plane will be a box
We shall
office
miss you.
sensation and earn 2 Oscars.
Mrs. Snow and I have grown very fond of Jenny.
Yes, and she of you.
I don't suppose you'll be coming back here again, Eric?
No. Never.
He set fire to the
I'll
living room.
miss him and his wife. He's very kind.
Yes.
When I said goodbye to him just now, he tried to talk me out of what I saw.
How?
He said he felt the skull was real. He's going to bring some men in the morning to search the estate.
Where?
Everywhere.
Down by the
He's
pond?
just talking, trying to be
They don't
kind.
need to search there.
I suppose.
I'll go upstairs and pack. You want to come with me?
I'll be up in a minute.
Just replace it with Mickey's skull. like he's in the PGA trying to make one of those crazy shots. Just dig up all the water.
Mickey! Mickey!
It's like Mickey's conducting the orchestra now.
All right. Where's the skull? You saw me put it in the pond. You must have. Where is it?
I don't know. Don't know.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Where is it?
I don't know.
Tell me the truth. You took it. Tell me. Tell me.
Didn't take it. Didn't take it.
Who? Who?
Not me. Not me.
Who?
Mary took it. Mary took it.
Mickey's protecting the peacocks. Speaking of which, I want them to make another appearance. If I maybe slap enough water out of the way, I could find it. Oh, he's gonna take the skull to an orphanage. Give it a chance at a good home. It's a full sprint for this guy. Mary, can I just have your head? How dare you flash your skull at me?
Edward, in the name of heaven.
Mickey, where did you find this?
Pond?
Well, who put it
You
there?
did good, Mickey.
He did?
Eric?
He did.
Then there was a skull. But Eric said that he didn't see it when Jenny saw it.
I know.
Oh, but why should Eric lie like that?
Mickey, those other times with the skull, did you do it?
No.
Mickey, you've never lied to me before. Lying is a sin. You understand that? You must not lie to me now. Did you do it, Mickey, all those other
Hey,
times?
like Mickey's going
No,
to heaven.
Simply do not understand.
after what he's
It
done with-
wasn't Mickey.
Never mind.
And it wasn't her imagination.
But why would Eric do such a thing?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, what do you think we should do about it?
We're going back there, to that house.
He just doesn't want to be kink shamed that he keeps his wife's skull around. A director? Sound guy? Where is everybody?
Mickey?
Why is Mickey the linchpin of this movie? Can't believe she just walked through that. I'm gonna go find a new wife.
Mickey? Eric and I are leaving, Mickey. I'd like to say goodbye.
Bye, bitch.
I'd like to leave as your friend, Mickey.
I'd like to.
Mickey?
Is he a hobbit? What does he live in the greenhouse? This was Mickey's plan all along. Dress up in Marion's old. I thought she was a scarf for a second. Oh, that's her singing. Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like it's fading in and out of reality. She's carrying a whole trumpet section with her, too. Alright, now she's just having fun with it. Oh, this dude's already looking for a way out. He's just gonna hang himself. Fuck it. This movie's going nowhere. Killed a muskrat with one of the traps. Okay, honey, I prepared a chloroform bath for you. Skull's already looking for a rebound. Mickey? Yes. Look like you just didn't strangle your wife. Perfect. I told you we're through. It sounded like you just scored a goal in something. Remember, guys, don't die of fright. Does it count if you die of laughter? This is funny. That's right, stock footage is attacking him. So let's see how the Pirates of the Caribbean go. The Peacock Army arrives. I'm still in this movie! Screaming skull, more like skull and scream. He's like, are we done? Did we cut? Oh, okay, I'll keep running. His other wife barely died. Now the skull's trying to move in like that. Mickey? I don't know. I probably would have taken the heels off at this point. she's in her formal nightgown now. Filmed on location with the men and women of religion enforcement. Oh, it's the Reverend.
Jenny! Jenny! What happened?
Jenny, are you all right? Oh, Jenny.
Eric tried.
Shh. Oh,
Where is Eric?
Don't.
I don't know.
We need more than an I don't know, Missy.
I'll find him.
It's all right, Edward. Now be
God,
careful.
you're useless.
It's all right, darling. Oh, it's all right. Oh, it's all right. Don't cry. Come on.
You know what would make you feel better? Go cook us some dinner, Jenny.
Eric! Please answer me! Eric! Eric! Eric, where are you? Eric! Eric! Eric.
Why did he do it?
Your money. The question is now, did Marion die in an accident? I suppose we'll never know.
Leave it to Mickey. Wait, can we go back for my skull? Oh, credits?
They're gone.
Oh, come on, man.
Yes.
Oh, he's boiling all of his other skulls. Oh. There we go. Not too bad. It's unintentionally funny only because it's just so drab, I guess. And nothing really happens. Where the gardens have been maintained by a gardener? Why do you have to say it like that? Why don't you just say gardener maintains the grounds or whatever? Why? Who else maintains gardens? Really? Gardener. Oh, but yeah, it's a pretty funny one. There's a lot of them like that too, where they just like the brain that couldn't die or wouldn't die or whatever. That's another one that's funny because it's just this lady who's like, it's like a bad magic trick. Like you could tell that she's like wearing something black, on her neck, and she's like, sitting in her head is like in a pan with like electrodes coming off of it, but she's able to like kind of turn her head a little bit, and like it's very funny because you can tell she's just like under the table. But yeah, probably be around, and maybe tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. But for sure on my days off, like the night before, I'll do it. So it's offset by every day. Try to stream at least twice a week, maybe 3 times. Haven't done any games in a while. I should. New World is out. Should probably get Doom. I don't know what else. I know there was one. If anybody's ever played Left 4 Dead or Vermintide, there's a new one coming out where you play like, it's in the Warhammer universe, just like Vermintide is, but it's Warhammer 40k, and it's like you're a group of like space marines going into alien hives and doing kind of Left 4 Dead type stuff. So I'll be probably doing that when it comes out. which hopefully isn't too long. But there's some more body cam footage that I want to look at. Some other funny topics and stuff. I really want to look at like pickup artists who suck, and the ones that like legitimately have courses where they try to teach dudes how to be like hardcore like players and pimps, but their advice is just to abuse women and like try to make themselves come off as these super studs, where I don't know, it's really cringe because it's when guys try to like be pimps and call women bitches and shit, like they try to make that part of their vernacular, but they suck at it, and it's really forced, so it's really cringy when they do it. But yeah, I'll probably be doing some of that, a little bit of everything. It's hard to do it alone when you're riffing on a movie, but it's still a lot of fun. It's something that I've always enjoyed doing, because I'm a big fan of like Mystery Science Theater / riff tracks. Funhouse has done it where it's and obviously if you watch a movie ahead of time and then you do it again, like you'll know where to put in certain jokes. So that's a big part of it. But doing it improv, I think it's just a good exercise anyway. Just trying to make funny comments that you're not trying to rip on the people that made it, but only if it's egregious. Again, I'll make that statement where it's not objective. There's no like scale to stuff. It's just funny when it's even funnier for TV movies where they were trying to make a pilot for a show, and it's really obvious when characters rattle off exposition, or one of the actors is he is chewing on the scenery and he's just hamming it up because he really wants this to go to series. So it's either he had some money in it, or he really was like frothing at the mouth to get an actual TV show. Because something, you never know. I mean, something like a MASH or even like General Hospital, which General Hospital's hilarious because General Hospital used to be in black and white. That shit is old as fuck. A lot of those soap operas are ancient, and even telenovelas and like modern soap operas, they're hack as fuck, but they're easily digestible. I swear I'm not drunk. But they're easily digestible, and so you can just redo storylines. And actually, I want to say it was in the 80s that soap operas invented like the worst writing, like storytelling mechanics ever. Tropes that are just like, I want to say that was then that they introduced amnesia as a way to just kill a few episodes like of a season. If you wanted to be like, oh shit, we wrote ourselves into a corner, well, we need at least a month to get ourselves out, so we just have a character go into a coma and then they come up and they have amnesia, so you can have other characters trying to manipulate them. You can just kind of put the story on autopilot until you figure out what the fuck you're trying to do, and that's kind of hack. But again, soap operas are an old ass form of entertainment, so it's whatever. But TV's funny, like, because I don't know anyone that regular scheduled TV. I don't know how the fuck regular network television is surviving at this point. Maybe because it's still so mainstream, because I know a lot of people who buy into, like, now I don't know if they're doing it unironically or ironically, but like reality TV, serialized, traditional like sitcoms, who the fuck is watching that shit? Like, how are they still on the air and affording, like, able to charge advertisers the fees that they're charging to air ads when everyone's like on Netflix and YouTube and Hulu and now Disney Plus, which, man, Disney, don't even get me started on that whole shit, because Disney, when they bought Marvel, I don't even think Disney knew how good Marvel properties are, and in the right hands they could make blockbusters like the Avengers and you know, Endgame and Infinity War, some of the highest grossing movies of all time. I believe they beat Titanic, because Titanic was one of those ones that it was a summer blockbuster movie, but it was a well constructed movie, but it was done. I think it was more technical than creative, because it was a pretty fucking boring story. It was pretty cliche. Rich boy gets girl, or a rich. I mean, he did. Billy Zane did get a girl and try to use her as leverage to get on a life raft. Um, but yeah, poor boy, you know, underdog, you know, is able to get on this boat with all these rich people. You know, they show him down in steerage, down in, you know, the lower decks, and that like this rich girl like sees that he's a great guy and they have a passion, and you know, the rich guys, but it's, come on, it's Billy Zane. I mean, whatever. Um, but yeah, no, you know, that I would have to look up the box office, but I'm too lazy right now. But yeah, I will be around. I hope that anybody who watched this actually had some fun. It's coming along. I just have to do it more often. But yeah, I will see you in the next one, and I don't know. Everybody have a good night. Enjoy your Saturday. Be safe, and